Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza. I intend to play this game in the manner of a dragon. I'm the Serious JG, and tell you the truth, I need to adjust this sound, because this is loud in my head. So what we're going to do, I had mentioned, hey, maybe I'll try to wait and get some feedback on whether people want to see more of the business game. I know, I've had people who are like, I wish you'd get on with the plot, and, you're really cramming a lot of the, bar, sidekick, stuff together. It'd be nice to kind of balance it out, and then, I think, having not waited for it, what I've done is I played off-screen through the entire business mode, and while I was not impressive in what you've seen on screen so far, I was still figuring it out. Yeah, I did the whole thing. I didn't end up buying or using the DLC characters. You can get Majima and what's his name? You can get made characters from other Yakuza games to appear in business management mode. They don't have dialogue, but they probably have special voice acted clips of them responding to being promoted or fired or stuff. But they don't have it's not like you have fully voice-acted scenes where they interact with Ichiban and plot. It's just bonus guys you can use in that mode, so I did not bother with that. There are also people you can recruit on the street. We'll need to do some of that later for Heroes Quest points, but I won the whole game, i.e. I have a save slot where Ichiban Holdings is the #1 company in Yokohama. What I did along the way is I save stated at certain points, right before plot events of the story or the business mode. So my intention is, in 2 videos, give or take a video, to just show you all of the plot scenes that happen as you play through that mode, and none of the actual grinding going through the mode itself to get there. You'll see a little bit of that along the way. The biggest problem with these videos then will be if you're not interested in the business mode at all, they'll bother you, but there's going to be story scenes, Eri here becomes a character that is in your party. I don't know how much she'll show up in the story after this, because she's the only completely optional character. You don't have to get Eri in your party, which means I have a feeling she will have a lot of scenes with Ichiban and very few scenes with the rest of the cast. And that's fine. The little bit I've seen of Eri, there's nothing particularly wrong with her as a character, or if she was a person in the real world, she seems like she'd be a fairly positive, nice person, but she's not as interesting a character. It's not as much fun as Psycho so far, so I'm not really that annoyed that I don't think she'll be a huge part of the story. Anyway, like I said, I got various save slots. They're not that organized. Be prepared for me loading, finding out it's the wrong state, and possibly having a little bit of time wasting confusion there. Hopefully my cheerful commentary will help. This is the middle of a infusion weekend, so I'm feeling kind of okay right now. I'm hoping this game will continue to help me feel that way. But last night, I was grinding in this game, feeling kind of crappy, and just grinding through the game while I wasn't up to whatever. I don't know why I'm bothering you with this point. I will tell you this, though. My thing right now, for those who are paying attention to my health trouble, and I actually really need to get a video going up sometime, because updating you guys, because I'm actually pretty close to the end of the chemo, and there's overall positive news to report. I have an order that I put these guys in that I have screwed up. The chicken, by the way, is I got a lot better at the board meetings. I had time to figure out how they work, and I'm far more effective in these now than I was the last time you saw it on screen. But what was I getting at? Yeah. I've got ointment on my fingertips right now. On the nail beds. I don't know if I've described this in the past. The Vectibix, which is one of the chemo drugs I'm taking, really fucks up your skin. And a particular thing it has done is it had these really painful infection spots on the nail beds. And the thing about it is, maybe it's hurts a little bit in the background of your mind if you're not distracting yourself with anything. But if you unexpectedly brush them against something, fishing around in my pockets for my keys is a nightmare. If you touch something with any force, drag your finger beds against it, you get a real brief, I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10 on the pain scale, just flash. Then like a second or two later, you have like, you're at 4 or 5. And then 2 seconds later, you're fine. So it's like, less than 10 seconds and the pain's not there. But just for a couple of seconds, it's like, fuck, it hurts. And then it is gone. So I have ointment on my fingertips. Hopefully that won't interfere with me too much. I'm glad to be playing. I wouldn't be doing that if I was playing Neo. I wouldn't try to play Neo with this fucking ointment and shit all over my fingers. But this game we should be fine. And I should stop talking about it and move on to the board. And we saved here because if we beat this board, we move from... You saw on screen we went from being a sweatshop to a small company. I believe this moves us into the medium company category. As a matter of fact, we can check. On screen already, you saw me get from sweatshop to micro enterprise. This will be the share meeting that pushes us into small corporation, which will trigger a decent amount of plot, which is why I wanted to do it on screen. So let's go.
Consider the shareholders handled.
Consider the shareholders shareholded.
We'll start with the financial report. President Kasuga, if you would.
And this little intro with her looking up to him and smiling to give him confidence, and him doing this little goofy face, you get this same intro even when you're at the very end of the game trying to move from number 2 to number 1 in the entire ranking. It will always be like this. The board meetings do get a lot more difficult as you move up in the rankings, though. You see those 2 empty chairs? They will eventually be filled.
Please raise your hand if you have a question.
So it's always to your advantage to kind of take your time. Well, actually, here it probably isn't because it's such a small group of guys. We can probably defeat them all before time runs out. Normally, you cannot defeat everyone before time runs out. You're playing for time to try to get things to where people are already defeated, or you have 100% approval, and then time runs out before anyone else can knock it back down. Here, we'll need to defeat everybody in order to get 100% approval. I don't usually use the level 1 apology, but in this case it seemed appropriate. I don't know why. Oh, that wasn't enough. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that apology. I should have waited for level 2.
This is the time to ask.
This guy's angry. Keep the chicken around because you don't need very many attack points to use it. But we'll do another level 1 apology to finish it. Normally I would save for 3. Occasionally I use level 2. I very rarely use level 1, but I wanted to show it off. And here's something I don't think you guys have seen on screen yet. If you get 100% approval, we crack open what I believe is a giant case of sake.
The meeting went great.
If you lose, which I don't know if I'm going to bother to show it off on screen. If you lose, people throw garbage at Ichiban. Just like throwing like wadded up paper at him and booing, and he's like, "I'm so sorry."
Our ranking went up.
I don't know if I'll bother to show that off on screen, but you can look it up on the YouTubes. The results from the shareholder meeting have earned you the next executive reward, 100,000 yen. The salary will get really high, but at the same time, like, we'll be earning like 1,000,000 yen per completed cycle of business. But by that point, we're bringing in like 1 trillion yen. It's like, I would argue that Ichiban's salary working for this company, he is an incredibly underpaid CEO by the time you get to the top ranks. It is not realistic how much money he makes, considering how much money the company he manages pulls in. But, it's also significantly easier to become the #1 company in Yokohama in this game than it probably would be in real life. As in, you can do it in a single day because the story time doesn't pass. We did it. We did it. Huh? What's going on, Granny? He doesn't know? Ichiban Confections is finally in the top 100 of the share price ranking. Is this JG doing a grandma voice or JG doing Lethal's grandma voice? Huh? Oh, I need to sound different from Psycho, so I'm going to become Jingsai. Huh? What? You serious? That's great. Oh, boyfriend, you're amazing. Maybe we should go somewhere more private. Nah, that's okay. I'll settle for the compliments, I think. Well, I think we know who that is. Kind of creepy Japanese-American ascot man. Hey, it sounds like you got yourself into the top 100. Nicely done, Ichiban. I'm a combination of Charles Nelson Riley and Paul Lynde.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nick. but it's really only because of your investment. Well, that's actually quite true. No, actually, plenty of people fail, even with all the investments. You really were cut out for be a manager after all. It seems I wasn't wrong to believe so. I'm always willing to invest in people to bring results. Allow me to give you an additional investment, Ichiban-kun. How about another 50 million yen? How does another 50 million yen sound? I'll get there eventually, folks. Huh? You sure you want to give me that much? Absolutely, and that amount will chump change once you reach the next level. That is very true. But there's a condition this time as well. Is that okay? Are you okay? Of course, what's the condition? Top 50. I want you to get into the top 50 of the share price ranking within the given period. I won't define that because we haven't really quite finished tweaking the gameplay elements yet. Things won't go as smoothly from here on out. The shareholders will be harsher and you'll be more likely to be harassed by rival companies with a, let's say, less than favorable opinion of you. The amount of money you handle will increase, and the responsibilities will be greater. Knowing all of that, are you still up for the challenge? Do you accept the challenge?
Okay.
You have to ask. I live for fighting against the odds like that. Climbing my way up to the bottom's what I do best. It's kind of right. Huh. Excellent. I knew you were the man for the job, Ichiban. I didn't add the kun this time. I hope that's okay. In that case, I'll deposit the money right away. Use it carefully. I do look forward to seeing you succeed. Now, one thing I don't know, because I don't think I was, I think I was okay at this game. I don't think I, discovered new ways to be the master of it. Actually, I'm sure I'll probably do fine at this game. I know Ald and Lethal are both streaming this. I'm sure I'm up to, I just missed this dialogue. I'm sure I'm up to their standards for the business management minigame. Don't know where I'll rank in the Dragon Cart standings. But no, I feel comfortable. I played this game well once I figured out the rules, but compared to real life, it is pretty ludicrously easy to run a business in this game. We see 50 million yen in support from Nick Ogata. Property management limit increased from 2 to 4. Employee count increased from 10 to 25. There is no point in the game where you need 25 employees. Eventually, you're running 6 businesses for 3 each. You never need 25 employees. Uh-oh. I think the heels have arrived. Sir, a familiar name has appeared in the share price ranking.
Oh.
Really? And what name is that? Ichiban Confections. Ichiban Confections? Isn't that cracker shop that was on the way out? I'd heard some novice girl inherited, but I never thought I'd bring it back like that. Oh, that's this dude talking. I heard some novice girl inherited it, but I never thought she'd bring it back like that. She's an impressive one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, actually, that girl isn't the current president.
Huh?
What? Then who is it?
Ichiban Kasuga, a former Yakuza thug who was supposedly homeless until just recently.
I'm going to put this photo on the tiny photo on the table where none of you can see it. You mean this idiot here is... Who's backing him? It's Nick Ogata. Nick Ogata, that bastard again.
What should we do, sir?
Isn't it obvious? We take immediate action like any good business should. Nakamura, as always, I'll be counting on you to handle this.
Hey.
Sir, leave it to me. I'll go give it everything I've got. All my associates keep rising to the top. I'm the gangster kingdom of Avalon. Just don't draw too much attention to yourself. I know. All right, Miss Shima. Let's come up with a plan. I never draw attention to myself. In my shiny orange satin shirt, purple jacket, and obviously... Right! I'm the guy who doesn't get any dialogue in this mode, because at some point all 5 of us need to be on the council opposing you together. The Jedi Council, folks. Are you sure about this? The guy's as violent as he is stupid. Well, let's call it a trial run. Any company that gets crushed by a moron like Nakanowatari was doomed from the start. Ichiban Kasuga, I look forward to seeing how you fare. Well, he's got I made it sound as weird and ethnicistic, but he has this kind of swarthy Middle Eastern look to him. He reminds me of I don't know, is it Tony Khan, the president of VAW? Does he look like that, or is that in my head? I'm sorry.
Let's do our best to reach our goal, Kasuga-san.
Nick Ogata's condition. Reach the top 50 share price ranking within 7 business periods.
Okay.
Right on, Tiny E.
Dot.
What's wrong, Eri-chan?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
She doesn't seem herself. Wondered if maybe something's bothering her.
Sup?
Hey, Eri-chan, what's up? You're up for it? You want to go out for a drink?
Oh, with you, Kasuga-san?
Yeah, we could celebrate getting into the top 100 while we're at it.
Oh, that would move my heart. You're just like one thing.
We've been so busy running the company, I didn't realize we haven't gotten to talk all that much. Unless you're not up for that.
Oh, no. Of course I am. I've been wanting to spend time with you, Kasuga-san.
Call me Kasuga-kun. Alright, let's do it. We can go to this place called Survive. It's one of my favorite bars, and it's just up the street. You cool with that?
Yes, sure. Yes. I'll have to get ready before I go, so let's meet at the bar.
She will appear looking exactly as she does now, by the way. Okay, I'll see you there. And in fact, we cannot... Kasuga can now use the skill Stack Slap. In fact, we don't actually get to see... we don't get to continue the game. It's not just a bad move. Maybe it's because Eri-chan went to Survive Bar. We don't get to continue this mode until we visit her at Survive Bar. So let's go do that. And even as I am looking at the timer, I won't have quite as much like... Here's an update on my finger pain for the next video. But still, I think my 2 videos, give or take one, might have been optimistic. It might, even just recreating all these events off screen, might take a bit. Nevertheless... You guys are all here, right? Okay. Not even on the... I thought I was on the sidewalk. I am really confused. I didn't even need to cross the street for this. Oh, well. Yeah, we're still not on the sidewalk. Try to see if I can avoid getting my party killed. Nice pants, buddy. Open up ball drives tonight. Alright. No, I don't want to get into combat now. It'll be a complete waste of time. We're just going to reload the results. I mean, I'm going to be switching save slots, I guess. One thing about having Eri in the party, she doesn't have a funeral suit. Her normal clothes are kind of close to matching up, but she doesn't quite fit in with the Reservoir Dogs thing as well as some of his characters do. Let's finish this. I guess I should be using specials to make it go faster, but I think all these guys are going to get one-shotted by regular attacks anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Well, those guys that were fighting were also dressed. It was like Reservoir Dogs versus Reservoir Dogs and Reservoir Dogs deathmatch. Take down businessmen. Well, shoot. I guess I'll need to go find and kill some... Kill businessmen. That's right, I'm an MSNBC person. I want to find and kill white-collar businessmen.
Here we go.
No, but I am realizing, oh, I guess I need to find some businessmen and beat them because that is... I had blanked on the fact that I had that as a quest. Every freaking corner. I should have just taken the taxi, actually. I didn't think it would be worth it to get to Survive Bar, but I also didn't think I would be getting a combat along the way. Alright, a guy's gotta eat. Indulging in food and drink at restaurants and all they restore lost health, but blah blah blah. I still don't get to progress the story with Nanba, who... I know we met Akibara. Man, I can never get his name straight. Adachi. Who the hell is Akibara? I know we got Adachi, like we met Koichi first, but Nanba feels like our oldest friend of the people who are in the party anyway.
Oh, Chief.
I was actually voice acted.
I keep you waiting?
No, I actually just got here.
I also fought 2 parties on the way.
You're smoother than you look.
Thanks,
Come
Snake.
on, man. She's an employee of mine.
Is she now?
No doubt
Were
about
you
it.
homeless just the other day? And now you're some corporate big shot?
It's a long story. One I'll say for another time.
Continuing this
Right now,
mysterious
we're here
vein.
to celebrate.
He wanted me to mention
So how
being a
about
successful
you work us
writer.
some magic?
But who does he mean? You, me.
Fine then.
I hate bartending so much. Guy owns a bar with no customers and
made it
he
to the
hates
top 100.
serving drinks.
I think that calls for a toast.
Cheers.
To cheers. On its 400th, waiting for its 500th episode.
I wanted
Whatever.
to start off with a thank you for all your support. I mean,
What are you, Bartleson James?
I wouldn't be president of anything.
I'm president of my own ass.
Being modest. If anything, I should be thanking you.
Yeah, you should. He
If I
he
weren't so
took your
naive,
company and he made it
I would
successful.
have had to drag you into this mess.
That's true.
You're just what a company needs.
You're just what the company
You're
needs.
decisive,
Let's
dependable,
say I'm
a
just
good judge of character. Life itself is better with you around, Kasuga-san.
Kasuga is actually a really good dude.
Let's talk about the guy who pulled one over on you.
I'd like to kick
Who is
his
this
ass.
jerk ass anyway?
Jerk ass, please, language.
He's the president of a very big firm here in Yokohama.
Coincidentally, he's the villain we'll be fighting for the rest of this
He
mode.
just preyed on you out of nowhere?
Well, no, I mean, I
Yeah.
hit on him first.
I never thought a professional on his level would do that.
Galgo 13, the
You
professional,
see,
would never behave in that
I
way.
just inherited my company and didn't have a clue how to run it.
That's apparent.
It was a time I really needed somebody to count on.
So you counted
Then
on one of your
suddenly I met
competitors.
this business tycoon who seemed really genuine. I ate up every word he said.
And you paid the price for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Every time I think about it, I feel so stupid.
Oh no, she's Dryad from Trials of Mana time here. We're gonna have to work on her self-esteem, or she'll start cutting herself.
Well, it's not like anyone can really blame you, right?
I blame me. I
probably
throw up
would've
every
done the
time I
same
eat
thing
cheesecake.
If I was in your shoes.
Really?
I probably also would have been an idiot.
Yeah. And remember, the fault lies with the deceiver, not the deceived.
Well, I mean,
Do what
after a
anyone
while.
would do. I know
She's
you're just
still wearing a
trying to
MAGA
process
hat after they put him in jail for
don't have
tax
to beat
evasion.
Kasuga-san. You're right.
Fire.
Sorry. It's like an instinct, but Bobo may in fact receive some entertainment from that. No one else will have any idea.
Pointless to punish myself over something in the past.
But I'm kind of into it.
Yep. And no matter what kind of company the shitbag runs, he's going down. Together we'll climb the ranks, make it to the top, and leave him begging for mercy.
Yeah, we will. We'll even get big enough to completely buy him out.
That's right. I'll be
Take
out there
back
trading
all the
stonks on the
businesses he
street.
stole and start our own holdings company.
Yep.
I like the sound of that. And with that attitude, nothing's gonna stop us.
Not gonna stop me
So keep your
now.
chin
Gonna
up,
stop
yeah?
about to stop.
Enjoy the ride.
Right.
I don't really have much of a chin, though.
There's that Eri-chan smile.
Ooh.
Honestly, I saw you looking kind of down, so I got a bit worried.
Although actually, you're always just kind of
Was I
default
acting
boring
strange?
mode.
Sorry. It's just...
Something on your mind? You know you can always talk.
How should I explain this? I was just thinking about my dad.
Oh,
Oh well, I never do that because I don't know who he was.
It's like... whenever I see you smile, I always think of my dad. You two are so alike.
He was also an ex-Yakuza who became
That's
homeless.
why I got so emotional all of a sudden.
Every time I think
down
of
or anything.
you.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Wait a sec, though. If I remind you of your dad, does that mean...
That you're into me. He had a handsome face like mine. He had big poofy hair like this. He had an amazing personality. I think the hair.
He had big poofy hair like this?
He used to wear his shirt kind of open with a
Oh,
necklace
no.
to attract the
He
ladies.
always made it a point to look clean cut.
He was looked nothing like you.
I wasn't saying that.
I'm not.
In any
Shocking.
case, I wasn't referring to your appearance. It's the way you carry yourself.
Like some kind of cock at a
You're
walk.
funny, outgoing, always
Actually,
full
my
of energy.
personality skills are only at about 4 or 5 out of
Make
10.
everyone around you smile. My dad was just like that. He always made me feel safe and secure.
She totally wants Ichiban.
So do you.
Hey.
Is that right?
Oh,
Wish I
Zero.
could have met the guy.
Zero.
Sounds like we would have hit it off.
Oh, he loved guys who wanted to get in my pants.
I'd like to think so.
All right. Then for an awesome dad like yours, I'll put my heart and soul into making Ichiban confections the best it can be.
And play up to all of your grandmother's
There's no way I
ideas
could
that I'm
ever
trying to
replace
marry
your
you.
man. But I can protect his legacy.
Because obviously you
Would you
can't.
help me do that, Eri-chan? I don't think I can do it alone.
I'm making fun of it, but this is actually fairly endearing.
I'll help you every step
It's a
of the way.
completely ludicrous situation. She just turns her business over to a stranger.
But I know you've got so much on your plate already. You're sure
You've got this
you'll
whole
be
main
okay?
plotline thing that
Oh,
JG's been
well, I know
ignoring.
this won't be a walk in the park, but I have good people.
And
on
actually, a
my
walk in the park is about as dangerous it gets in this game right now. 'Cause those are where the high-end enemies are at.
side. A group I trust with my life. Can't get much done without them.
You've met them already, and they're also sitting 2 feet away from you at this bar.
Gut feeling. Bet they'll give me tons of shit for overdoing it, though.
Or they might never mention it because it's not essential to the story.
Sounds like
So it
you're
would be a
all
bunch of
close.
extra dialogue they would have had to have written.
You okay there?
Kasuga-san, could I ask you a favor?
No, I'm already running
What's
your
up?
business.
Do you think I could ever be part of your inner circle?
I don't know. Do you know the lyrics to Judas in My Mind?
You've been doing so much for me since the day we met. But I feel like all I ever do is watch from the sidelines.
Yeah, you're not even a usable character in the
That's not
business
really fair,
simulation
is
mode.
it? So I was thinking I could play a more active role in your daily affairs.
What I'm
That
like
way
trying
you
to
could
say
focus
is,
more on management without feeling bogged down by all your other
what
stuff.
I'm trying to say is, I'd like to join Team
That's a win
Package.
for you and our company, right? I can't think of a reason for me not to join.
I want to join Team Package, damn it.
I don't know. We all walk a pretty tough road. Shit gets out of hand non-stop.
I really need to find a fourth
Don't
male
wanna
so
risk
that I
getting
can
hurt.
have Sachan not in so much danger.
I'm fully aware of the risk. And trust me, I won't
You're
be
fully
a
aware the
burden on
risk
my
we're
friend.
routinely fighting people on the street.
But, Harry-chan, as much as I like the idea, I just don't see it happening.
You're just not hot enough.
Please, let me be the one doing you the favor.
And she rips off her
Besides,
shirt to reveal an
if you say
NWO
no,
shirt on underneath.
I'll just tag along without your approval.
Or maybe she's secretly with Bleach Japan.
Guess that doesn't leave me much choice. Don't expect any hand-holding, though.
I like to go straight for the veg. Sorry.
Fine by
Sorry.
me.
Okay. I'd say that's worthy of a toast. Welcome to the party, Harry-chan.
Thanks for not being a required DLC to get you as a character, because, you know, this game is giving you DLC costumes, it gives you stat upgrades, there's a lot of things you can spend money on
And
for
by the
DLC for
way,
this game,
Harry
but they
John
aren't
will be
literally
tagging
making you
along.
buy essential characters.
I'm Ari. I'm excited to get to know everyone.
Yeah, great, we'll never interact with you ever.
Are you sure about this? Knowing us will probably bring you nothing but trouble.
Okay, she was speaking to Eri. Like, I thought for a second she was saying that to Ichiban, which would have been totally rude. Completely play into the girl doesn't want to have another girl around with her guy friends stereotype.
There can only be one female in this group, bitch.
That is not where she's going with this.
Yeah, we're always in one mess or another.
We're a bunch of wacky
Drunks
funsters.
either.
Look who's talking.
Who are the drunks? Does he
You
mean
don't have to worry
himself?
about me.
I don't
just
drink.
want to repay you for all the kindness you've shown me.
Well, Ichiban anyway.
And I'm ready for just about anything.
Ichiban anyway.
Just about, huh? Well, I can't argue with that. Good to have you.
Was it Namba
Welcome
like
to the
passed
game,
out or
Eri
something?
Chan.
What's going on?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Nonbot is not here for this.
Eri Kamataki, join the party. Come join the party the fast and easy way.
So we automatically get bond level 1 with her, and she does not have whoever it was that was. I'm not trying to overstate it. Oh yeah, unlike the rest of your party members. Yeah, whoever it was who was kind of annoyed that we were doing all these bar things kind of in a row. You will be pleased to know that we don't have those with Eri. Ari's bond level only increases as you grow your business. Increasing her bond has many benefits, such as giving access to new jobs and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we won't have the same kind of things with her. Battle tips, Ari's devotion. Ari's sweet and caring disposition has given her a natural aversion to sleep and rage. Nevertheless, she seems more prone to being stunned. Which means, honestly, if I use her in the party, we probably want to give her... There is a accessory that makes you immune to stun, so it sounds like that would be a good thing to use on her. Progress through management to deepen your bond with Eri. Which will lead me to wondering if I need to go back and do more bar dialogue with Eri just to see a little scene that doesn't have a quest attached, but, you know. Oh, and we can put her in the party. Now, somebody would have to leave. And, everybody's at about the same level, aren't they? Level 23, level 23. Yeah, pretty much. So I'll probably take out Adachi for a little bit. Honestly, I don't know how much purpose there is to using Eri. See, she kind of fits in with the Reservoir Dogs thing. But that gray jacket just doesn't work. I feel like I want to use all of the characters that we have, but at some points. But I don't think there's a ton of reason. She's apparently actually a better overall character from a pure gameplay perspective than Psycho, just because they have access to the same follow-up jobs. But Eri has apparently just a far superior. She's far superior. Her like default job is way better than Psycho-chan's default job. So it's like, if you're really into min-maxing, she is a superior character gameplay-wise. Personality-wise, I mean, I don't think she's going to do much outside of this. We'll probably see like most of her dialogue in the next 2 or 3 videos going through the story mode, and after that, I can't help but think she's going to be a non-factor, just because of the nature of the game. She's optional, which means I don't think they're going to be writing in a lot of dialogue for her if she happens to be in your party during plot events. It'll probably just act like it's, you know, Ichi, Nanba, what's his face, his name, like Adachi and Psycho. But anyway. All right, well, that was it. I didn't get as far as I expected to recapping the story mode, so it might be several videos of this. But honest to God, we are skipping a lot of grinding by just showing off these story scenes in this mode. So I hope you guys will enjoy. We'll come back next time. We'll see if there's any more story to be done, like just starting it off. And if not, I'll be loading a new state. See you then.